Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today we have another mock driving test, and for those of you that don't know, obviously these mock tests are not the real thing but the closest thing you're going to see to a real driving test. And for those of you who have been watching regularly and haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe as it helps the channel grow. And if you're a learner driver, all this content is about mainly helping you guys to pass the driving test. But a lot of you have already passed your driving test, watch it just for entertainment. So please don't forget to subscribe. And today's learner driver is Brad. And the learners that turn up here, they haven't had any lessons with me. I'm meeting Brad for the first time. And if you guys do want to take part in one of these mock tests, these are absolutely free. I normally film on a Tuesday and a Friday. So if you're available during the day on a Tuesday or Friday, all you need to do is drop a message on Instagram at DGN Driving. Don't forget to follow. And we just select people randomly. Okay, so Brad, tell us a bit about your driving.
So I've been driving since May. I've had about 35-40 hours, and I've got a test booked for January. So
okay, so you've got a couple of months left for your test. Do you feel ready?
Yeah, I think so. Just a few little things.
Is there anything that you're not 100% with yet?
Maybe roundabouts if I had to say something.
Cool, that's a common one. I don't think anybody would be 100% a roundabouts, but we'll see how you get on today.
Right.
Okay, you know how the mock tests work. You watched the videos before, so if you do make a fault, I won't say anything. But for those of you who are watching, if Brad does make a fault, I will talk about it just before they happen. Any serious faults will be highlighted in red text. Any normal driving faults will be highlighted in amber text. Any questions before we start?
No, that's it.
Have you been through the show me tell me questions yet?
A little bit, but it was a while ago, so
okay.
Not 100%.
You're not 100% with that, Okay, we'll leave that out for today then. Remember, do revise them before you test. Okay, so whenever you're ready, Brad, if you could move off, please. Clutch down to start this car.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, Brad hasn't driven this car before, so it might take a bit of time getting used to.
At the end of the road, turn left, then turn left.
One of the most common reasons for failing a driving test is poor observations at junctions. Brad does really well. Our view is restricted, so watch how he leans forward to get a better view and only emerges out when he knows it's safe. Brad has a bit of trouble selecting second gear. He puts it into neutral and then selects fourth. He manages to sort it out.
After 300 yards, turn left.
Thank you.
Right, sorry for interrupting the video, but this is something really important for those of you who are learning to drive or about to start. So on your driving lessons, it's your instructor's job to give you the correct knowledge of the topic before you go out and practice it. The driving instructor will take out their folder, iPad, tablet or whatever they use and then start to explain everything about the topic that you're going to be practicing. So this is where some instructors, they don't explain enough. So you're basically doing a topic without the correct knowledge, or some that go on for ages and waste a lot of lesson time. Now this is where the ultimate driving course comes in. So there's a video on every single topic. So for example, say if you're doing roundabouts, you watch the video on roundabouts before you go to your lesson, so you're entering the car with the correct knowledge and you know what you're supposed to be doing. This is obviously going to save a lot of time on your lessons, and most importantly, you're going to have the correct knowledge. So to save time, money and get ready for your driving test a lot quicker, I strongly recommend downloading the ultimate driving course. That's it really, let's get back to the video. This is where I first noticed Brad's leg shaking, but it didn't really affect his driving at this point. This does happen often with learners who are quite nervous. Here I do ask Brad to park up in a safe place, but for whatever reason he decides not to. This wouldn't be marked as a fault.
And if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please.
At the end of the road,
Just here,
turn
it'll-
left.
That's good. Sorry.
At these lights we are continuing straight ahead. We have a choice of 2 lanes. It's best to stick to the left lane as this will position you on the left lane once we're on the carriageway. Remember, the right hand lane is for overtaking or turning right. Brad positions well. When turning right at these lights, he positions well and waits for a safe gap to go.
And if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please.
This time Brad does park up and he does it safely and positions well.
Thank you. And move off when you're ready.
He moves off well using the POM routine and carries out good observations.
Turn right.
This is a steep uphill junction. Brad doesn't use enough gas and stalls. He does take a while to sort it out and rolls back a little, but there was no one behind, so it wasn't serious.
Ready to restart the engine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When holding the clutch at this junction, Brad's leg is shaking again and he ends up stalling as he's about to move off. I think that the stall saved him from a serious fault, as he would have got very close to the grey car that was turning in. He should have waited for that vehicle to fully turn in before moving off.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit.
At this roundabout, Brad makes his first serious driving fault and his shaking leg played a part.
Cross the roundabout, first exit, then turn right.
As he approaches the roundabout, there is a safe gap to go, but he decides to stop and then stalls when moving. This happened a couple of times
and the fact that his leg was shaking didn't help him at all. We held up the traffic behind.
Roundabout, third exit.
At this roundabout we are turning right, third exit, which is towards the ring road east. If we look at the road markings, you can use both the middle and right lanes. Brad selects the middle lane and follows the markings well and shows excellent lane discipline. Ahead there are parked vehicles on our side of the road, so we have to move over to the right. When doing so, Brad doesn't observe or signal. There was a car that was about to overtake, but they had to brake as we moved over. Now I'm going to ask Brad to do an emergency stop. He makes another serious fault when doing this.
Okay, shortly I'm going to ask you to carry out the emergency stop, yeah?
When stopping, the braking should be quite firm with a quick reaction. Brad brakes quite smoothly, which is not what we want during the emergency stop.
Stop! And move off when you're ready, please.
When moving off after an emergency stop, it's important to check both blind spots before moving. Brad checks these well. Now here I've just asked Brad to do the reverse parallel parking maneuver. I would be very disappointed if he had actually failed his real test just for the mistake he makes on this maneuver. He carries out good observations throughout. So far he's done everything well, but ends up quite wide from the curb. All he has to do is readjust, but he doesn't. When he stops, I do ask him if he's done. He replies yes, but also says it isn't good. On your actual driving test, if you're not happy with the positioning, then don't just leave it there. Make sure you sort it out, as you are allowed to readjust.
Done?
It's not good, but...
Okay.
Now we're going to end the test here. Let's find out what Brad thought about his driving.
Switch off the engine for me then, please. Right, we're going to end the test there, Brad. How do you think you did?
I think the general driving was alright, but I stalled too many times. My leg was shaky and couldn't pull the clutch up smoothly, so, and that park was rubbish, I know that.
What, the parking?
Too far from the curb and
Yeah, so you know when I asked you, are you done? You're like, oh, it's not good though. Yeah, if you're not happy with it, what should you've done?
yeah, I couldn't adjust it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just do your checks, go forward. Obviously, you know, if you've been watching the videos, you'd have heard me so many times say it's okay to readjust as long as you do your observation. So if you're not happy with it, all you have to do is do your checks, go forward a bit, get a bit closer.
Yeah.
If you're not happy with it, don't leave it at that. Yeah, because you know that's going to result in a serious fault. Yeah. Okay. If it was a tiny bit closer, would have given you a minor there for that. Yeah. But yeah, we are sticking out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But you should have just readjusted that. Okay. Yeah, you were right. Your leg was shaking quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's quite common. Happens with a lot of learners. Yeah. Especially when it's like, because does that normally happen on your lessons or not?
Never.
Yeah. And this is what happens on the test day as well. Yeah. Okay. You're on camera, and this is you're obviously meeting me for the first time. It's a different car. Yeah. It's more pressure, and this is how it feels like on the test day. That's why these mock tests are so important.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you notice any of obviously we talked about the positioning on this maneuver. Did you notice any of the serious faults?
On this manoeuvre?
No, in general.
None that stood out to me.
Okay, so you know that so stalling, when you stalled on that hill as well, yeah, you kind of sorted it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't know.
Yeah, there was no one behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did ask me, oh, do I need to restart the car? Yeah, yeah, the engine was off, so we had to restart it. Yeah, and you did roll back a bit as well, but like I said, there was no one behind. We didn't hold anyone up. Yeah, and so that wasn't a serious fault. But then when we were on that roundabout, yeah, we were turning left first exit, and there were cars. There were cars on the right, yeah, but they weren't coming this way. Okay, and you approached that roundabout and you just stopped. We didn't have to stop.
Alright.
Yeah, there were cars coming from there. They were going over to that side, and you stopped for them. And then after the stopping, though, yeah, then we kept stalling as well. So we held up the traffic there. Yeah, there was a vehicle behind as well. But initially, there was no need to stop there.
Alright.
Okay, even if you didn't stall, most likely I would have marked that as a serious fault.
Okay.
Or just because there was a vehicle behind us, the vehicle wouldn't have been expecting us to stop. Yeah, okay. So you approached it roundabout, you looked, and there were cars there, but you got to assess which way they're going. It's quite clear from their position which way they were turning, yeah.
Right.
But you still just stopped.
Okay.
You can't just go to a roundabout if it's safe, just stop, yeah. Okay. And obviously the stalling just topped her off there. Yeah, so we held up the traffic behind, yeah. So I marked that as a serious, yeah. That was actually your first serious fault. Yeah. Okay, you're doing good. Obviously you had a few stalls up until then, yeah. And then after that, there was a situation where you were waiting at the lights, yeah. There were two lanes. Yeah, this was like you did the big roundabout near the city centre, and you after we switched the sat nav off. Yeah, and you did that big roundabout really well, and then you were waiting at lights to move off. There were two lanes, yeah, and then as you move off at the lights, there's parked vehicles in front of us, so you have to move over to the right. Yeah, I don't think you noticed that it was actually like you were moving from the left to the right. Yeah, okay, and there was a vehicle. I think it was a Golf, yeah. Like you sped up here. The Golf was like about here as well, speeding up here. You were going to go into his lane because there's parked vehicles in front of you. There was no signal at all. Yeah, you just like push away in really, yeah, and force him to brake.
Alright.
Okay, I don't think you noticed that one.
So I should have been in the right lane to start with.
Yeah, no, it's fine. What you did, all you had to do was mirrors, signal, and assess what they're doing. Remember, you're going into their lane, so who's got priority?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, it's like you had no, like I said, you just speeding up without even assessing what that car is doing, and that car was about to overtake. Then that car had to hit the brake because you came into his lane.
Okay.
Okay. Even if you had put the signal on, maybe he would have slowed down for you, but there was no signal there either.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one. Then the emergency stop. Have you done that on your lessons yet?
I did it like once or twice ages ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I didn't think it was fast enough to
That's
stop. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Okay, you know how it has to be. It's got to be pretty firm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was too soft.
I thought that when I did it, I thought, like, why am I braking slow?
Yeah. So that's actually quite smooth.
I know, yeah.
That's one thing you don't want the engine to
Yeah.
stop doing. You don't want it to be smooth at all. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for not braking hard enough, that was a serious fault there. Okay. After that, your observations and that we're moving off were fine, and obviously we talked about the parking. Yeah. Okay. So you had the 4 serious faults there. Okay.
Okay.
And like I said, you're doing really well up to that point. Yeah, up to that roundabout point, and then, but you got, like I said, your test in January. Do you still like this in your instructor's
No.
car? Get used to using the gas a bit more. Yeah, and ask your instructor to do more steep hills.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, I think you'll easily be okay for the test. Yeah. But even if it was next month, in about 3 or 4 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Any questions?
No.
Brad, thank you very much for coming down to do the mock test. Yeah. Okay. And guys, like always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.